Hey guys, this is Dorcas here with Dolphin DC Creations, and I am bringing you the latest journal that I just finished. It is a true junk journal, and this was a challenge on Junkers Craft Co-op, and the challenge was to actually make a journal completely out of junk and recycled stuff. So I know a few weeks ago you guys saw that I posted some pictures of gesso that I was doing. I'm not comfortable with using the trash itself, like the boxes. If I cover them and I make them look nice, then I'm cool with that being the outside of my journal, whether it's a cereal box or a box from, in this case, I think the box that I was, this is from an employment service. It was really nice cardstock from an employment service, and it came with information inside about how to search for jobs and things like that, which came in the mail. So I'm not comfortable with just showing that and pretending that that's artsy for me. That's my personal feeling on it. So I went ahead and I covered everything that I used in this journal with gesso first. Some pictures were from books, and I really wanted the pictures to remain pristine, so I used the clear gesso on top of them. Others, I wanted to cover the writing and cover everything up, so I either used black gesso or I used the white gesso. And then I went through and I jelly printed on everything. So either it was on my jelly print press and I pulled it off, or I rolled out my brayer on it. So everything here has gone through that process. So to start out with, I use, like I said, that booklet from that employment service here in Idaho, and I covered it with the tanned color gesso that I made, like the vintage gesso I made that had the coffee instant coffee in it. So that's why this is, I don't know if you can see how it's kind of creamy color here. So I covered this with that gesso, and then I put it through and I pulled the blue, and there's some green on here as well, off of the jelly plate. And then I went over the top of it with my Bo Bunny stencil paste. I have it in gold. Here we go. And I used the gold one, and my palette knife, and I went all over it. This is another little piece. This is where I cleaned off my brayer underneath here, that orangey and blue. And then I added this little book plate here that says Journey. In here, I added a small tag, and it just says that this is, True Junk Journal Challenge and Swap from Junkers Craft and Co-op, August. So I'm going to hide that back in there. This is one of those button dangles that I made for a swap in another group, and I really loved it, so I figured this book needed one. I did the closure with Sansari silk. This is not a very matchy book. This is very eclectic as far as colors and things. This is a stencil with that paste, and this opens up like that. And then these here are things that I got in the mail to do the census, the little reminders to go ahead and get the census done. This one is a box packaging from a roll of tape that I bought of some sort. So jelly printed on this one. I love the way that turned out. A little bit of sticker work there, and then this in here, part of that stuff that came with that employment agency thing, and I gave it some, journaling space and some space for you to add something else to it. But I kept it kind of simple because there's really no place to write on this unless you use the journaling opportunities that I provided. So I have these two here, because if not, you wouldn't have any place to write anything. So I have that one. This one has a pocket behind it, and then this has a pocket behind it as well. I just didn't put anything in there. And this one. So both of those there give you some journaling space. This is one of those free project sheets that you get this one's from Hobby Lobby, but I think I have some from Michael's and from Joann's as well. And so this is the sides of a box of Pie. I think this is pie box. And so I gessoed it. I ran it through the gel printing, and then I inked the outer edges. Just a little bit of notebook with some scrap paper. Let's close this back up. A couple more tags here. A little cluster out of my garbage. I made yards of clusters. So I have so many clusters. I process most of my scraps that way. This is an envelope from something I received in a swap. And in here goes this little notebook. This is a notebook that I had purchased at the Dollar... No, not at the Dollar Tree. I purchased them... where did I purchase them? I want to say it was Smith's. My local grocery store had a bin that they had everything on sale after Valentine's Day, and this is one of the little Valentine notebooks. So I went through and I added this to the front of it, which was from my snippet roll as well. So it's a belly band from my snippet roll with a faux stamp. And I went ahead and went through every single page and I spritzed it with my alcohol ink. So it's got blue, purple, whatever. So that goes in here, just to give it a little more journaling space. I don't know, you could draw here, you could write here. Then we have, this is also packaging. Went ahead and created a tag out of it and put it through. This is my hand-dyed paper. Added a little cluster here to pinch that in place. We made these in a tutorial on one of the groups I belong to. And so I have quite a few of these that are ready. And added another little cluster there with some flowers. Have a little piece of dyed paper back here. So you could, write something in. I tried to add a lot of paper. And then this one is a craft paper little notebook. And then we have two tags here. This one's also from a pie box. And this one is from a rice box, I know that. And then in this one, I went ahead and did a little notebook like that type situation so that you had more journaling space. Added a little dangle here. Another little notebook. This is from a book about America, and it has all these beautiful pictures on there. Then I have another little notebook here with a cluster on the front. This is a flyer from an air conditioning company in my area called First Call Jewel. And I went ahead and gessoed this in black and then went ahead and jelly pressed it. And that just sits right on there. This is also from one of those America Beautiful books. And it's a gorgeous scene. So I gessoed this in clear. So if she wanted to draw on this or write on it or whatever, you can. And then this is also packaging. This was from a punch. One of the punches to do the corner rounding, I think. And then I added this little pieces of notepad to it right there. And the notepad, these little notepads are notepads that I got at the Dollar Tree. And it came with a coordinating one. I'll show you the other one that came with it as well. So on this side, I went ahead and I went really dark, and you can, write with a milk pen. Okay, guys, so I had to stop and reposition my camera because it was sliding. So from here, you can see this is one of those project cards. This one's also from Hobby Lobby. And I went ahead and this one is actually not gessoed or anything. I didn't think it needed to be because I wanted to keep the project card because they have kind of really nice information on it. And so I went ahead and I added this little envelope here, which was made out of book pages with an old receipt or an old check ticket, a little piece of my food coloring dyed paper cluster with a sticker on it, and then back here, these index cards. These I made out of some of the tea dyed index cards that I made a few months ago. Really, I love the way this, I think this was like me cleaning off the brayer. I love the way this looks on it, so I definitely kept these in here. Some more coloring page from the book. This was pulled off the jelly plate. This page here that has this alpine forest in the twilight, and then I went really, really dark over here. I love it. I would use a pen to draw on here and do something. And so there we go. A couple of tags. These are also from the box tops. A little paint chip notebook. I made so many of these with all my scraps because why not? Little envelope here. I didn't put anything inside the envelope, but it's got a little cluster on top with a faux stamp, faux postcard, journaling card. Someone gave me, these are actually 2016 calendar tickets. I thought they were cool that you can use them on things. Another tag made out of some of that. I love how this looks. Boxes. So this can all go in here. I was actually, I cut up some boxes to make some other journals, and so I took all the sides and lids and things, and that's what I made all the tags with. Another little piece of paper for journaling. This is a card that was part of something I bought for my junk journal stuff. I can't even remember. It was a really long piece of really beautiful cardboard, and so the back of it was nice, and I was able to clean my brayer off on the whole thing. It was so satisfying, but the front of it was really slippery. I don't know if you could see a little bit of the shine on the edges. So what I did is I took sandpaper and I sanded it, and then I glued this to it, and I made it so that it, you know, you could open it and have some more journaling space, just because I don't know if the person I give this to is going to feel comfortable writing in it because of all of the work that's on the pages. I think it should be written on, just between you and me, but you know. Another one of the back of that coloring page. This is a card that I made. It's a journaling card. I stamped and inked in the back and everything, but this was a piece from packaging that Melody sent me. I placed an order on melodymade.com, and she had decorated the envelope with some of this, and I cut it. I've given one to someone else because I turned out it made two of these, the piece that was on the packaging. And so I peeled off the packing tape on it. If you ever want to peel packing tape off of something because you love it and you want to keep it and you want to make something with it, you can use your heat tool to melt off that packing tape, and it crinkles it, and you can just pull it clear off. And then I went ahead and I sealed this with Mod Podge. And I know everybody sometimes has problems with Mod Podge. Remember, Mod Podge has a cure time. So it dries for you right away, or, you know, within a couple of hours, it will dry. But then it needs time to cure so that it doesn't ever stick. So if you ever have a problem where you have a piece of paper that you put in something that had Mod Podge sealed over the top of it, and your other paper sticks to it, the reason for it is because it didn't cure. So you need to wait 4 weeks for your Mod Podge stuff to cure. So if you don't have that kind of time, go with the Gloss Gel Medium. It doesn't need 4 weeks to cure. And then this one is another packaging journaling card. So then when you open this up, we've got a couple more envelopes here. I put a couple of little circle punches that I had in here, and a little flower die cut in here. Maybe we should add some more stuff to it, shouldn't we? Is there anything else cool that we have in here? Let's see. Do we want to put a little envelope inside the envelope? Oh, that's cute. Let's see what else we have. Let's put that in there. God only knows what that is. A little baby fairy. Let's put that baby fairy in here. Oh, love fairy. Let's put them in there too. Okay. I think that's good enough. Should we put this little birdie back there? Let's stick this birdie back here too. There we go. Okay. I had almost forgotten those little envelopes were there. And then another journaling card. This is another one of those reminders to do your census. This forest is beautiful. It is covered in gesso, clear gesso, so by all means, if they want to draw all over it, but paint on it or do something. This is one of those envelopes for you to subscribe to National Geographic's, and so I went ahead and I put it through the jelly press. And then on the back, I cleaned my brayer off on it. And then, so here we have a little notebook and a journaling card from an index card. I have one of these little pouches. I made like 15, 20 of these one time when I was sending out some Happy Mail. And so a lot of you that have gotten anything from me have gotten one of these. And because I bought some bracelets that I broke up, and I had all these cute little crystal beads. And then I have shells. I love ocean stuff, so I had a strand of shells that I purchased, and so everybody gets a shell. Little sticker here that says love. Another spot for journaling. Oh, this was a boho bead or boho paper clip that I wrapped fabric on, and then we put success on it. This opens up like this, and you can use it as journaling space. This is the other part of that envelope, and it is stuffed full of things. It has, whoops. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so it has another one of the paint chip notebooks. Made a bunch of these also. It's got a guest check. It has a dictionary page. This is Chinese to English dictionary. I got this in one of my Flow Journal swaps. The girl sent me like 6 or 7 of these, which are amazingly cool. And so I figured everybody needs one of these. And I'm going to be doing a series of these trash journals, and I'm going to put one on each of the books for sure. Wall of Fame. So it just kind of opens up, and you can put, looks like it was a spread. So put that in there. Another project card. This one's from Joann's and how to do an organizer wall. Some tea-dyed ledger paper and a time card. You know what else I have that I wanted to put in here? I have some receipts that I wanted to put in here. Just fake receipts. Let's grab those and stick them in here. Put this back. Let's see. Okay. Not in there. Oh, you know what else we can do? Let's add some actual vintage ephemera. I bought this from a lady who saves things from a group here that was local to my area called the Rebecca's. And so I got some stuff from her. These I won't give up because they're the ones I use when I need photos, because I don't like to use my actual family photos. But, oh, totally give this up. Del Monte asparagus recipe card thing. There we go. And what was this from? Like what year? Doesn't say what year. But this was from the vintage stuff that she had. Printed in the USA. So we'll give her one of those. With sincere good wishes. These are postcards. This is so cool. Let's see. Ooh, I think we should probably give her one of these. Let's put one of those in her book as well. Did I get sidetracked, guys? I'm sorry. It happens. Okay, so we'll add those to the stuff. And so this lady had this stuff listed on Facebook. And then there's a few things that I bought here at a local antique shop. Or it's an antique mall. And it's not fancy at all by any means. A couple full of let's put that back. So we'll take those and add them to the book. Oh, and these are the pages from the Rebecca's. Let's see if we can pull something out of here, because really these things need to start being used in something. Okay. Oh, this is cute. Oh my goodness, so many cute things. Well, I guess nothing in those pages. Let's see, I have a couple more here. Ah, this one. Look at all these cool receipts. I should really make copies of these and just give away copies instead of the originals, because I don't want to give these up. I'm going to make some copies of these and keep the originals. They're from 1939. No, 1947. 1948. What we've got in here. I think that's it. Yeah, so we'll do that. I'll make some copies and I'll add some copies to this journal. Okay, let's put this away. And then I purchased some vintage railroad, like receipts or payroll, something. Vintage railroad stuff that I purchased. And I have them here. So let's pick up one or two to add. Yeah, those are the ones. Yep. Okay. So let's look through these and let's. These are 1923 Norwood Railroad Company. Let's check these out. Traffic expense. Woo, this is a huge receipt. And it's like carbon copy. Atlanta, Georgia. And this looks like it's from 1931. It's all typed and looking cool. Some of these are a little chewed up. I don't know where they were kept, but look at that. That is so cool. But it's all chewed. I feel kind of guilty about giving that to someone. Let's give her this one. It looks pretty pristine and it's got a bunch of stuff in it. It's from 1923. And in 1923, I'm sure $2,294, that's a whole lot of money. So let's give this to her as well. Okay. And this doesn't fit in there. I am actually going to just slide it in the back here, under the belly band. There we go. Okay, so pocket full of stuff. We went ahead and added the Del Monte stuff to it, and that one little card. Maybe we'll find another place for this little card. Put it somewhere else. Then we have this here and here. We've got a tag. We've got three tags with a little envelope. That was really cute there. This one is from nail stickers that I bought at the Dollar Tree. And I went ahead and covered the name of the company and stuff, but this matched really well with one of those pieces that I cleaned off the brayer on. And I backed this with some dyed paper. It does have a pocket in the back, and it has its actual pocket that I thought was perfect for this tag. Bam. Then in the back, we have this belly band. What is this? Oh no, this is mine. We have this belly band, and behind this belly band, I tucked a bunch of stuff Do we want to put this ducky showing off back here? Yes. That way she knows that there's a spot back there. Okay, so we have that railroad receipt thing. We have, this is from a 1968 zipper. And I thought it was really vintagey and cool. I am not interested very much on sewing kind of ephemera because my mom was a seamstress and all this stuff is stuff that I've had with me all my life, so it doesn't like wow me as much. It's really weird. So vintage sewing ephemera, not really something I'm that interested in. And then this book card from, you know, loaning book card. We'll put all that there. I hope you guys enjoyed this little flip through. In the back, I forgot to say, I have this little tag that I glued down because I like that color, how that turned out. And I tucked in this little bonjour. It should say à bientôt, but I didn't have one that said that, so we'll put bonjour in there. All right. I hope you guys like this journal. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a series of 4 of these journals. 3 of them are for my children. I plan on putting in their journals pictures. I've kept some of their schoolwork from when they were little, things about mommy and them. I promised them that I would get them some Puerto Rican criollo recipes, and so I'm going to put their Puerto Rican Creole recipes in there for all the, you know, all the little things that they love that mom makes and that are from back home. And so something that they can take with them if they ever leave home, and have mom and family traditions on there. So I'll be making 4 more trash journals. 2 of them are actually for me, and then 3 for the kids. So I'll be making 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And stay tuned for more of the True Trash Junk Journals. This was an excellent challenge and project from the Junkers craft co-op. I love their projects. They're always very challenging, and I absolutely love the work that comes from those challenges. All right, guys, bye. For my true, oh yeah, and then back here I had this tag, and I really liked how pretty it looked, and I put a little tag in here that says bonjour, and it was blue, and I figured it kind of matched, but just a little place to hide something else. I hope that you guys like this journal. I am going to actually be making 4 more journals that are completely out of trash. I have already pulled out all the pieces for it, and these journals are going to be for my children. I'm going to be creating them, so watch for more in this series of true junk journals. All right, guys, bye.